Good morning, good morning, good morning. So look, this is the topic. So I know a lot of us are parents, a lot of us have kids. You know, no matter the age or whatever the case may be. A person would never know, they would never know how kind I am or I was. A person would never know how kind I am. You got those that do acts of kindness without being recorded, without recording. I'm that type of person. I don't have my camera on 24/7. I'm not, trying to make content 24/7. And it's not because I don't want to. It's because I have a life. I have a life. But one thing that I do know, that I have a pure heart. I have a good heart. I have a pure heart, right? And there are a lot of kids and there's a lot of people, and regardless of these kids being grown, being adults, they still be kids to me because shit, the way they move and the way they act, they still be a kid. And then hell, you be younger than me. But anyway, I'm saying that to say this. I'm the type of person where I see a young person in distress and whatnot, and I try to help the best way that I can. And a lot of times with these young people, if I'm out and about and I'm, a lot of times, conversation helps these young people. Saying the right things helps these young people. Sometimes these young people be needing a ride or they need a couple dollars, you know what I'm saying? That will help these young people. And me personally, I'm just like, shit. I might not could do a whole hell of a lot. But I could do something. But I know last night I had you know how God, you already, you busy, you doing what you want to do, what you need to do or whatever. But God will move some things around and make some things happen in order for you to sit back and pay attention, for you to sit back and listen, for you to sit back and catch what he throwing at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, God do stuff. God does things, and it be mysterious, but it be the perfect time and it be right on time. Because not only could it be where somebody need help, but also you could be doubting yourself about who you are or whatever, and God will be like, look, you my child. You are a good person. You have a great heart. You know what I'm saying? And let me show you why I know you have a great heart, and will throw a situation at you. You know what I'm saying? Like last night I'm doing laundry. It's late. I'm doing laundry. Okay? Come across this young girl, she's the same age as my daughter, and that's another reason why I will help young people. And you know what? I don't, as much as my own daughter works my nerves, as much as my own daughter works my nerves. You know what I'm saying? I still do what I'm supposed to do because I'm your mama. Now, I have 2 grown adult children, and I have a teenage child. Okay? If they get into any situation in this world, I would want someone to help them. I would want someone to take that time and listen to what God is putting down for them, to help them, help one of them if they need the help. You understand what I'm saying? I do certain acts of kindness that come to me, and I'm not recording. I'm not none of that shit. I can't do nothing but talk about it. And either you want to believe it or you don't want to believe it. It really don't make me no never mind. Okay? At the end of the day, I know what God be doing. I let God use me. I truly do. And I love it. I love it. Okay? But I do what I do because I would want someone to assist, to aid, to help any one of my children if they are in a bind, if they're having a situation, if they're having a bad day, and they just need some words of encouragement, and I was unable to give it to them for that moment, or whatever the case may be. Because if I try to give my kids words of encouragement and shit, they think I'm weird. Let a stranger do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh man, I needed that. Right? So, I have to come across strangers sometime. And sometimes these strangers be young people, because I have young people that don't want to listen, that want to do what they want to do for real. I met a young lady last night. I know it was more to her story than what she's saying, and that's fine. That's none of my business, though. I'm doing my laundry, and my intentions was not to have to sit there and wait for these clothes to dry some more and whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, well, I'm thinking that all 3 of my dryers was needing to be dried some more. And it was one dryer that didn't need to be dried at all. So I went on ahead and separated them clothes. And I said, well, damn, I should have just left them in the dryer. Because my intentions was to restart the dryers, take my ass back outside, smoke a cigarette or whatever. Shit. But God had other plans. I did what I did. And I sat there in the little waiting area, the little seating area that they had in there. And I don't be trying to be in nobody's business. But God allowed me to watch, to listen, to hear what I needed to hear, to make the right move. I helped that young lady because she needed help. And if any one of mine have a daughter her age, and if push came to shove, anything happened with her, I just pray that someone is there with just as much of a heart as I have, and they help her. I hope that they help her. You know what I'm saying? Now, it was really messed up with the fact that the baby girl was like, she don't have nowhere to live right now, or whatever the case may be. And I'm just like, that sucks, because it does. I know how it is. You young in this cold ass world. You're young. But at the end of the day, I let God use me. I let God do what God wanted to do. And I listened and I did what God needed me to do. Because all at this point, I just needed to get her somewhere where she knew what she needed to do afterwards. She knew what she was going to do afterwards. She was with someone that she knew, and they could work together, come together, and so on and so on. I'm glad I was there. I'm glad I overheard what I overheard. I'm glad that I was able to be there for somebody. And I also want to say this, like, everything is not for show. Everything ain't for show. Like I said, I don't have my camera running 24/7. I'm not trying to create content 24/7. But I did take baby girl's number. We exchanged numbers. I don't expect to hear from her like that, but I did what I was supposed to do. At the end of the day, I did what I was supposed to do. And so that's really all that matters. So when God sends you signs, when God tell you, He's showing you, and you overhear certain things or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You better act on it. However you feel that you need to act on it, you better act on it, because it's whatever it is, it's going to bother you. It's going to bother you. It's going to bother you. God going to make sure that it's going to bother you. God will make sure it's going to bother you, because you didn't listen. You didn't pay attention to what He was giving to you. You did not see it. You did not want to see it. You seen it, you heard it, and you ignored it. Ooh, please don't ignore it. Don't ignore the signs that He's sending you, because I'm telling you, it's gonna be worse. It's going to be worse. guarantee you that. But I hope those that need to hear it, hear it, and understand that God definitely works in mysterious ways in God. And if you open your heart and allow God to use you, you know what I'm saying, you got to pay attention to the signs. You really do.